fiber friends, welcome to a vlog episode all about Shepherd's Harvest, Minnesota's Sheep and Wool Festival. I'm Emily, I'm a knitter, spinner, sometimes natural dyer, sometimes sewer, and I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You can find me on Instagram as The Botanical Knitter and on Ravelry as Botanical Knitter. No knits today, just a bunch of acquisitions. This past weekend, Mother's Day weekend, was Shepherd's Harvest. It's a 2-day sheep and wool festival here in Minnesota, about 30 minutes east of Minneapolis. And it is so much fun and it keeps getting bigger. So this is my third year going. The first year there were 3 barns. The second year there were 4 barns. And this year there were 5 barns. Vendors, roving, fiber, fleece, yarn, soaps, woodwork, all the things. There's also a barn full of demonstrations, people spinning, weaving, felting, and of course a fleece competition. And then there's also some shearing that's going on and a herding dog demonstration. I didn't do any of the animal barns this year, which is probably because I was too busy like soaking it all in and spending time with people. Also probably because I feel a little spoiled that I can like just go see Teresa and Amy's sheep whenever I want to because I have cool friends. But anyways, rewinding. Today I'm going to talk to you all about the things I got, and then I have some vlog clips from day 1, Saturday, and day 2 from Sunday, where I talk about what I'm wearing and kind of walk you through the barns. Both days I did a little volunteering with the 3 Rivers Fiber Shed booth, and on Saturday I hosted like a little informal knitting meetup and had a really fun time with that, even though it was super sunny. All right, let's just dive right on into all the things that I purchased. So the first thing I'm going to share is this beautiful fiber from Lavender Loon. Hey Sam. This is Olive You, the colorway Olive You, and it's Sam's sheep's fiber. So it's Daisy, who's a Shetland Cormo cross, and it's a really pretty green, and I immediately started spinning it. So I split my braid in half. Here's 2 ounces spun up. I did kind of a long draw, but it's spinning really nice. So I'm just going to do 2 separate bobbins of 2-ply, might ply them together, or I might pair it with some roving I have in my stash and do like a cool little barber pole. But I don't know. So yeah, that was the first thing I purchased, and I'm doing Lavender Loon's Fiber of the Month Club. But this is the first time I've spun from Sam's actual herd from her flock. So that's pretty cool. Okay, the second thing I got, let's just keep going with Lavender Loon. I purchased these skeins of boucle fingering. And it's 77% baby alpaca, 23% silk, and it is so yummy. It's a very soft, pale blue. The colorway name is Renewal, and there's 438 yards and 100-gram hank, and it's so soft. I think I'm gonna like this better than the thicker boucle, which I love wearing but didn't love knitting. It was hard to read, which kind of made me change my sweater knitting plans. Sam of Lavender Loon was making a lento with this and fingering, so holding it double, and it looked gorgeous, and she said she had no problem reading her stitches, picking up stitches. It really is a much thinner boucle, as you can see there, like, right? Also, ignore my fingers. I have really bad anxiety and picking my hands, so like, sorry. Anyways, 3 skeins, no idea what I'm gonna do. Enough to be probably a short sleeve tee. I think at a loose gauge, it could be really lightweight. Part of me is kind of curious about doing a ranunculus with this. Like, because it would be kind of textury, squishy, light, airy. I don't know. So if you have recommendations for 3 skeins, 438 yards of each one, let me know. But I'm excited for this one. All right. Next up, found a random booth that was selling the ends of like big cones of bare yarn for the cheap. They're $5 a skein. So I got 3 skeins of this 350, each skein's 350 yards, single ply for some natural dyeing escapades. I've been wanting to knit another Kaisa tee from This.Bird.Knits, and I thought this would be perfect for that. And either doing just a big vat, you know, or maybe even bundle dyeing. So anyways, 3 skeins of this. And then I also got 3 skeins of this fingering weight 2-ply. This fall, when I natural dyed over gray BFL, I loved how moody the yellow was over the gray. And so I'm thinking some hollyhock would be very pretty over this natural gray, a little moody teal moment. We'll see. So 6 skeins total, $15 each. I mean, it was $30 for 6 skeins. I was so excited about that. Could not pass it up. The other booth I went to is Fiber, MacGyver, Susie, a mini Minnesota-based dyer. She's a queen, adore her. Yeah, she's just cool. She has a camper named Maed, and so that's like kind of her vibe. She has lots of teals and colors. She gave everybody who stopped by her or got a purchase from her some barber cords and needle stoppers with Maed, the camper, on it, and I thought that was like such an adorable touch. I ended up getting 5 skeins from Susie, and you can tell I'm very much in a summer knitting mood. I'm also in a very clear color palette: creams, neutrals, and greens. Creams, neutrals, and greens. Creams, it's just, I am what I am. I am who I am, accept me. Anyways, so here is the single ply. So I got 2 skeins of Susie's single ply merino linen fingering, 90% merino, 10% linen, and the colorway is fern. I thought this was really pretty. It's like a good color with my eyeballs. So this is going to be a salty air. I already know I love a salty air. I love how it fits me, and this will be a fun pop of color because, again, greens. I also got 3 skeins of vanilla bean. I've already cast on a project with this. I'm doing a test knit for Sam Guerin. The pattern doesn't have a name yet. It is a thick strap tank top with beautiful lace down the sides. And so I decided to do that test knit with this. So again, same single ply merino linen blend. The colorway is vanilla bean, and it is very softly a yellow white. So you can see against, like, this is more of like a brown tone, a stark white, definitely more. Sorry about that. Chris just came home and Harry the corgi went off. Anyways, 3 skeins of this. Each skein has 400 yards, plenty of yardage for this tank top. I have the tank top in this project bag from that crafty little fox. I'm not very far in the project, but so I'm casting on the back, and here it is. You can see the lace detail. Pretty simple, but will look nice. Oh, and here are the Maed needle stoppers from Fiber MacGyver. Sir, my dog's trying to get his toy and is slamming against the tripod. Goof. Anyways, this is due July 8th. I'll talk about it more in a full-length episode, but here it is. Then I purchased this gorgeous fiber from Plaid Perch Farm, Greg. I've talked about Greg on the last full-length episode where I talked about the Tweety yarn I was spinning and the yarn it was destined to be paired with. This is Romedale CVM. Romedale CVM, California Variegated Mutant. It's so soft. It is so nice. So I purchased 8 ounces of this roving from Greg's farm in Iowa, and I am just very, very excited to spin this. No plans so far. I'll probably just spin it top to bottom through as many fingering weight, and then either apply it with something else or apply it together to get a DK weight. I think it'll be like a very yummy cowl. It feels so good on, it's like very next to skin. Yummy. I mean, the natural color of it is beautiful. Anyways, wanted to buy everything from Greg's booth. Did not. Got this. So excited for this. So I'm going to spin that after I finish spinning the Lavender Loon, which I have plans for, but I'll talk about that on a future full-length podcast episode. Oh, also, Greg from Plaid Perch did like the most beautiful packaging. I have some footage that I'll drop in, but look at this. He wrapped every roving baller purchase in like this cute gingham, yellow gingham. I was like, it's just the little things for me. So I pretty much purchased all of that the first day of Shepherd's Harvest when I was kind of floating around with friends. Day 2, I just kind of walked around by myself, but I did stop at the Yarn Adventure truck and I purchased my very first yarn carousel. I had to do the very Minnesota buffalo plaid. And I'm excited for this for hiking and walking and even just balancing it on the table so it spins and doesn't fall. I think this would be amazing on an airplane because we've all seen that one video where the ball went all the way down the aisle, and that is my nightmare. So this feels really nice. I also got some stitch markers that have they're like fun acrylic-y plastic that are two-toned of like contrast colors across the wheel that are an outline of the state of Minnesota. Other than that, I think that's everything. Oh, I did get some honey. I got some spreadable honey. I got turmeric chai spreadable honey for me. I already have used it on toast and in my coffee and in homemade granola. And then I got a dark chocolate spreadable honey for my mom because that just screamed her. So I'll give that to her as a supplement to her Mother's Day / birthday. Rude, you okay? Just it's a little hairball or something. Anyways, I also picked up my CSA yarn from Teresa of Get Bentz. This is Corriedale Merino, and it is a DK yarn, and I already caked it up. It is beautiful. The natural color is so yummy, and I am going to make some sort of colorwork hat with it with my hand spun. So I think these two together will be really beautiful. This is the hand spun that got 4th place at the Minnesota State Fair, Flex. I still don't know how I did that, and I don't know if I'm going to do any State Fair stuff again. Things just popping around in my head. So I think this is destined to be an Alpine Bloom hat from Boyland Knitworks. I thought about doing a pressed flowers, but I think just for my head shape and the kind of hat I like, I think the Alpine Bloom is a better fit. So anyways, here are these two together. They're so pretty. Yee! And that is in my Barley Purls bag. Okay. Well, Shepherd's Harvest was a blast. It kind of came and went so fast. I don't know how it's May. It feels like it should still be March. I'm kind of sad Shepherd's Harvest is done already. It's just something that I really looked forward to this year. It was so fun having the knitting meetup and just sitting outside in the sun together and chit-chatting, seeing what everybody purchased. Thanks to everybody who came up and said hi, that they watched my vlogcast. It is incredibly bizarre and very heartwarming. I'll just say that. Like the fact that you choose to watch me record myself talking to myself is wild. So thanks for being part of this community. Thank you for being my fiber friend. Thank you for saying hi, all the things. All right. Broadly speaking, I'll just say it's the last week of legislative session, so I have lots of knitting planned. And I have a full-length episode that I'm intending to film, if not this weekend, early next week. So you should see that in your feed soon. And then I'm wrapping up filming an episode that's all about the things that I want to spin or knit or sew this summer, and flagging some of the patterns and the yarn I have in my stash to use them. I've seen lots of people doing their pattern roundups, and so I've loved watching that. and I wanted to share kind of my making plans with you, mostly because my head is spinning with all of the things I want to knit and I can't make a decision. So I'm hoping sharing them with you, getting your feedback will help me. All right, with that, I'm gonna go work on this Lavender Loon spinning project. I hope wherever you are well, and I'll see you next time. Happy Shepherd's Harvest Day. It's day one of Shepherd's Harvest, Saturday, and I'm running a little late, but I'm going to meet the gal pals and do some shopping and hang out. And then later today, I'm gonna host a knitting meetup and we'll see who shows up. I have no expectations, so that'll be fun. I will take lots of footage from today so you can see all the fun things. And of course, we'll do a show and tell of everything I buy. I'm also going to be here tomorrow, Sunday, so that'll be fun. And I'm wearing my new top from Jennifer Steingass. It doesn't have a pattern in yet. And I'm wearing my peppermint pocket skirt, so a fully me-made outfit. All right, let's do a little voiceover moment so I can walk you through what Shepherd's Harvest was like. This was one of the 5 barns, lots of double booths, a couple single vendor booths, so many different things, soaps, natural dyes, fiber, finished woolen objects. There were lots of, oh, let's pause. This is Muse 2320. I love them. They're in Hastings, Minnesota. Sarah and Bob are amazing. I love knitting their stuff. Sarah's a queen of color. Anyways, see those little feet insert things? Those were everywhere. I don't know what those are. Is it for cooling your feet? Is it because they're squishy? Anyways, I don't know. So Shepherd's Harvest was so much fun. Each of the barns looked a lot like this. The last 2 barns were a little more spread out, which was a-okay in my book because there's more space. Oh yeah, look at those colors. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through some of my favorite booths at Shepherd's Harvest this year. First up is Orchard Acres Textiles. This, my friends, is all cashmere. Cashmere roving, cashmere yarn, like butter. Rebecca is in Rochester. She naturally dyes all of this. This color is all her from flowers. She has a flock of Teeswater and she is amazing. Next up is, of course, Get Bentz, but I wanted to show you this new shawl, the Houseplant shawl from Cassie La Follette. It looks like vines. It's so pretty, especially with this yarn from Get Bentz, my friend Teresa. Of course, what would a podcast episode be from me without a Lavender Loon moment? Ugh, that lime green, still thinking about it. And here is Plaid Perch from Des Moines, Iowa. This is my friend Greg's booth. He has Shetland and Romedale CVM. There's Ariana, look how cute she is. Anyways, first discovered Greg last year. Holy cow, natural dyes, beautiful fiber, roving yarn, all of the things. He also is just the nicest human being and has such a good brand. Here's more Plaid Perch because I couldn't get enough. I think this roving is so different from what is out there. And then here's some of the yarn spun up. And then there's some of the fiber that I picked up that I showed you earlier. And like I said earlier, look at the packaging. It's the details that do it for me. I love the gingham. I love the colors. It's just so perfect. I love how thoughtful this is. I had to take you through the fiber MacGyver booth. There's Susie. She's so cute. I love her. Anyways, look at these samples. Look at the colors, tonals, speckles. Susie does it all, but she also has the most amazing Moody neutrals that I'm obsessed with and can't stop thinking about. There they are in the upper right-hand corner. Oh, so good. You may know Kettle Hearth because of Michelle's project bags, but I just wanted to show you the yarn that she has started dyeing and how beautiful it is. Michelle's so sweet. Love the yarn. I picked up a sock set. And then look how cute these stitch markers are too. She has it all.
I'm wearing my super cute plaid overalls and my night shift with spin cycle yarn with my happy project.
Valley girl.
I'm wearing my Mount Pleasant tee.
I'm wearing a Hello for My Colors crop by Jessie May, and I got all the yarn at Yarn Social in Kansas City.
And turn around, show me your flower pounding bag. So cute. We love natural dyes.
And I'm wearing a violet tee with yarn I naturally dyed myself.
Oh, what'd you naturally dye it with?
I naturally dyed it with something green. I don't remember the name of it.
You're so good.
Yeah. I am wearing my Trestle Tee by Tif Handknits. And then I recently finished my hot dish cowl, so I've got that on.
So cute.